Friends, what would happen if a fighter known for his humility and respect were provoked over and over again? If his career were mocked, if his skills were belittled, and his achievements minimized? There is only one answer: punishment and humiliation. Today, we will not talk about Manny Pacquiao's victories. We will talk about the lessons. 3 stories of fighters who dared to open their mouths to belittle the legend. 3 rivals who believed themselves to be stronger, faster, or bigger. And all 3 ended the same way, paying the price of their arrogance. 1. The humiliation of Ricky Hatton, May 2, 2009. In May of 2009, the world was preparing for the so-called Battle of East versus West. Manny Pacquiao, the Filipino champion, with a record of 48 wins, 3 losses, and 2 draws, 36 knockouts, was not yet the legendary figure we know today. Although he had already earned respect, many still saw him as a one-dimensional fighter, a weapon with only one trick. Standing across from him was the British idol Ricky Hatton, an elite fighter with a record of 45 and 32 KOs, and a devoted fan base known for his constant pressure and wild punching. Hatton entered as the favorite among British fans. The provocation did not come only from him, but also from his trainer, the controversial Floyd Mayweather Sr. Together, at every press conference they mocked Pacquiao. Mayweather Sr. imitated him and accused him of having only one weapon, a predictable left hook, easy to counter. Hatton even went so far as to say, "I'm the stronger guy, the bigger guy. Pacquiao hasn't seen anything like me." The strategy of his camp was simple: use his pressure to force Pacquiao into a war where Hatton had the advantage in power. Round 1. The mistake of arrogance. When the bell rang, Hatton came out with reckless aggression. He charged forward, looking to impose his size. But Pacquiao was ready. With the fury of lightning, he unleashed combinations at supersonic speed. In the very first minute of the round, with a right hook, he sent Hatton to the canvas for the first time.
Right on Hatton's chin. And down goes Hatton after he swings and misses.
The Briton got up dazed, but Pacquiao hunted him down again. With a brutal left hook, the very punch they had mocked, he knocked him down once more. The round seemed endless for Hatton, who remained standing only through sheer willpower.
Will Hatton make it out of the round? He's down for the second time. This is the brilliant.
Round 2. The disconnection. In his corner, Hatton's team tried to revive him, but it was already too late. The second round began, and Hatton tried to survive, but Pacquiao saw him as prey. He cornered him against the ropes, and with one final and perfect left hook, he knocked him out. Hatton fell lifeless, collapsed on the canvas, his arms stretched out. The fight lasted only 6 minutes. The man who had mocked Pacquiao's left hook was knocked out by that very same punch. It was a total humiliation and a statement to the world. The humble Pacquiao was, without a doubt, the most dangerous fighter on the planet.
It's the first time he's knocked out somebody like this since he was at 130 pounds.
Dose. The punishment of Antonio Margarito, November 13, 2010. The fight against Antonio Margarito was not for a title, it was for justice. The Mexican, with a record of 38 and 6, 27 KOs, was an imposing fighter, known for his size and power, but he also carried a stain on his record. He had been suspended for using hand wraps with a substance similar to plaster before a fight. This reputation as a cheater only fueled his excessive confidence. Before the bout, he mocked Pacquiao, imitating him crying, and swore he would make him pay for the disrespect shown by his team. With 12 pounds in weight and nearly 20 centimeters in reach advantage, Margarito believed it would be an easy fight. Fans were divided. Although Pacquiao was the favorite, many thought the Mexican's size and power difference would simply be too much. Rounds 1 to 5. The lightning and the hammer. When the bell rang, the size difference was enormous, but the difference in speed was even greater. Pacquiao came out like a tornado, unleashing fast and precise combinations from every angle. Margarito tried to apply pressure, but every attempt ended with his face absorbing a barrage of punches. By the end of the first round, Margarito's face was already swollen. The Mexican moved slowly, without rhythm. Pacquiao was like lightning, a flash landing blows before Margarito could even blink.
With a good right-left combination upstairs, Margarito's grinning at him as twice Pacquiao fired the left right up the gut and landed.
Rounds 6 to 9. The silent demolition. The fight turned into a slow and brutal beating. Pacquiao never stopped punching, and Margarito's face became a violent work of art. One eye was completely shut, the other was cut, his cheekbones were broken. Margarito's corner begged him to quit, but his pride would not allow him to surrender. At one moment, Pacquiao looked at the referee, as if asking him to stop the fight. For the first time, the Punisher felt compassion for his victim.
Impressive, he said, easy, the footwork. I've never seen any athlete in any sport.
Very people realize.
Rounds 10 to 12. The final lesson. Margarito endured until the end, but what remained of him was not a boxer. It was a survivor of a war lost from the very first minute. Pacquiao won by unanimous decision, but that was the least important part. The true victory was the message. Margarito left the ring with a fractured cheekbone that required surgery, a physical reminder of what happens when a great one is underestimated.
You've noticed that long beard on Margarito. Freddie Roach wanted to get the Texas State Athletic.
The lesson for Brandon Rios, November 24, 2013. This fight was not just a test. It was Pacquiao's comeback after his devastating knockout against Juan Manuel Marquez. Many, including his opponent, thought Manny Pacquiao was finished, that he was no longer the same. With a record of 31-1-1, 23 KOs, Brandon Rios was no ordinary fighter. He was known for his endurance, relentless pressure, and ability to break his opponents mentally. But Rios' provocation went beyond professionalism. He mocked Pacquiao and his team, saying, "A Mexican knocked him out, and this Mexican-American is going to retire him." His arrogance knew no bounds. Rounds 1 to 5. The Speed Show. When the bell rang, Pacquiao didn't need a second to remind everyone who he was. His speed and energy were astonishing. He was the Pacquiao of the past, but smoother and more cerebral. Rios tried to apply pressure, but every step forward was punished with rapid combinations that made him look slow and clumsy. It was like fighting against the wind, but a wind that struck like dynamite.
Rios not totally backing off. He'll plan and
go. Round 6 to 12. The training of a champion. From the 6th round onward, the fight became a training session for Pacquiao, with a punching bag that moved and threw weak blows. Pacquiao dominated Rios, slipping in and out, throwing combinations of up to 6 punches without taking a single hit in return. Rios' face began to change, and frustration took over him. In Rios' corner, his trainer shouted for him to throw more punches, but it was useless. Pacquiao was an untouchable ghost.
What is truly important here is not just that he's too fast and too good.
At the end of 12 rounds, the decision was unanimous. The judges' scorecards, 119 to 109, 120 to 108, and 118-110- reflected the beating. Pacquiao not only won, but he also reasserted himself at the elite level of boxing and gave Brandon Rios a lesson. Arrogance comes at a very high price, and his was a humiliating defeat. Don't miss our next video. Remember to like and subscribe. We promise to bring you the very best of boxing.